I'm going to make 2 nebulizer mixes. I have to make these for a friend anyway, so I'm going to show you how to make them so I don't have to make them for you and you can make them yourself. So distilled water, 500 ml. I'm going to take the salt, sea salt, making a saline solution. So a teaspoon of salt in 500 ml of distilled water. Mix it, mischiare until it dissolves, obviously. So this is just a general nebulizer mix for colds and flu, excellent. I've even had people that were, they had to go to sleep propped up with pillows, and then after 9 uses of this, they felt like they got their life back. So I've got colloidal silver here, yeah, and it's 100 parts per million, not 10 or 20. So a teaspoon of that, and that goes. And then I'm going to add hydrogen peroxide, 3,000 parts per million, 3%. So a teaspoon of that, 5 ml. And that stuff's nice and strong. The redox value of hydrogen peroxide is stronger than chlorine dioxide, so it kills more stuff. But for ingesting, when I want to take an oxidative therapy, I take chlorine dioxide. So I got all them there. Now I need my iodine. Lugol's iodine, 5%. So 2 drops, 1, 2, in you go, and then mix that in. Now that's your general nebulizer mix for any ailments when you've got cold or flu or whatever. There you go, so that's one. This one is for people that have COPD. And if you do make this one and use this one, what people also use as well is reduced L-glutathione, because you have the highest concentration of glutathione in the lungs. So this DMSO mix, and one lad, and he felt like he was drowning and he couldn't even walk around. So I'm just trying to gauge 350 ml. That's about 350 ml of distilled water, because I've got 150 ml of dimethyl sulfur oxide, DMSO as it's called. DMSO, this is one, I'm not promoting it by the way, but you can get it on eBay, and I think it's about 46 quid for a litre, which is really good. It comes from Poland, and it takes quite a while for it to get to you, but that's a bargain. So yeah, dimethyl sulfur oxide, it's dimethyl sulfur when it's in the tree, but then, so it's got dimethyl, it's 2 methyls, and then it gains an oxygen molecule when it gets oxidized, and it's got the sulfur in it as well, so it's dimethyl sulfur oxide. And this stuff is amazing for people that have arthritis, because it breaks down amyloids, which are deformed proteins. The sulfur gets into the joints. It's systemic, so if you put a drop on your toe, it'll go all the way through to your brain. It's actually radioprotective, it protects you from radiation as well. Yeah, so like this is for emergencies, one of the best medicines. Say you had a car crash and your brain had been rattled, then this stuff crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it will stop the severe inflammation of the brain, because it's, you know, carrying one oxygen molecule as well. So dimethyl sulfur oxide is flipping amazing. You can make mixes for the eyes that will detox detox the eyes basically. It'll get rid of cataracts, pink eye, dry eye, pigmentosa, lots of eye conditions, cholesterol deposits, whatnot. Dimethyl sulfur oxide, it's hydrophilic, hydrophobic, and hygroscopic. So it takes in water, it loves water, it hates water. this is the way that it, you know, gets through your body. It dissolves in lots of things. It's a solvent basically. And yeah, you can sure do a lot of things with this. Varicose veins disappear when people spray this on it. If because of it's the driver. It drives like no other medicine, so it's going through your body. Do you know what I mean? And detoxing you. Gets rid of inflammation, as I said. You know, even if you've got an abscess in your mouth or a toothache, if you take this in conjunction with chlorine dioxide, it's going to drive the chlorine into underneath the gum to where the nerve ending is, where the bacteria sit on the nerve ending, giving you the pain. So this DMSO, you know, it's just, it can marry lots of medicines that you want to get into your body. For example, I had a lump there, and it was like a lymph node or something. It was real bad, and I couldn't be arsed spraying it on the hour every hour with chlorine dioxide. So I resolved to put in RSO on it, and then put in the DMSO on it. And it stung, yeah, really bad, but I knew that's a good thing, and the next day it was gone. So anyway, back to the nebuliser mix, which helps people with COPD and just generally helps you anyway. So 350 ml of distilled water, 150 ml of DMSO, and that's it basically. You've just made a 20% mix of saline solution for nebulizing. There we go. That's how easy that was. So between the use of these two and ingesting an oxidative therapy, because like, you know, the chlorine dioxide now, it's basically like drinking oxygen. So for example, I know a woman, she was in hospital because her lungs were buggered, yeah? And she was on an oxygen tank, and which is a stupid idea. You're forcing oxygen into a set of lungs that can't really process the oxygen. How stupid is that? So her saturation levels, with a pulse oximeter, her saturation levels never went up when she was just solely breathing in the oxygen from a tank. But when she took in the oxidative therapy, which was chlorine dioxide, there's chlorine dioxide there. If you drink it every 45 minutes, it actually saturates your body with oxygen. So if you do that in the mix as well, people have got rid of their asthma just by drinking that on its own. And I'm not recommending that you do that, because I'm not allowed to, because it is verboten. But anyway, so there you go, 2 mixes. That's just generally amazing anyway, because of the ingredients. And so is this, the mix for COPD. So there you go guys, enjoy it and make it yourself.